Thanks, everybody. We're back. We had a little technical issue. Thanks to our crack technical person, guru / announcer, broadcast team, and jack of all trades, Josh Yates. We're up and running again. Once again, special guest tonight on Coach's Corner, Aiden Seitz. Say hi to Hawk Nation, Aiden.
How are you guys doing tonight?
So Aiden's been with the program for a while. We're going to let him talk a little bit. I'm going to ask him some questions. But first, I want to point out that tonight's Coach's Corner is sponsored by Markel. You know anything about Markel?
I don't really that much.
That's the company I work for, Aiden. It's a great company. We're providing quality daily solutions, sustainable for the future. How about that?
Sounds like a great thing right there.
Yeah, it's a great company to work for. Shout out to my contemporaries out there, most notably Blaine Beal. Hey, Blaine. All right, let's get to Coach's Corner. Let's talk a little bit about Aiden. Aiden, tell us what year you are, what major, just a little bit about you.
Yeah, I'm a senior finance major with a minor in econ. Been playing here for 4 years, just loving life. Made some great friends up here. What's called friends for life, and I can't beat it up here. I'm gonna miss it next year.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you too. You know, Aiden, I got to know your parents a little bit over the past few years. They're really good people, and I can see that you're obviously a great example. You're a great kid to have around. We missed you last year, but you're back. Talk about your career here at IUP. You were a member of the championship team, right? Freshman year?
Yeah, my freshman year, we were going on a roll. What were we, 28-3?
It was something like that. It was pretty darn good, right?
It was one of the best teams I've ever played on. That was probably some of the greatest memories I could have made up here. Right, getting fresh out of high school and just coming right up here to college. And I realized this is hockey. This is good hockey now I'm playing.
Yeah, it certainly is the real deal. So when we talk about Aiden, I got some fun facts, but I got to ask him some more questions. So tell us where you went to high school.
So I went to not that so far from Indiana, Kiski Area High School. It's only about like 40 minutes away from here. So it's nice and close to home, and I can do, if I want to go home, I can. It's not bad. Good commute.
Where'd you play your amateur hockey at?
I played over at Allegheny Badgers for a couple of years, played a year at Vengeance, but mostly it was Allegheny Badgers for, I think, 6 to 5 years.
What do you think of this year's hockey team? I mean, you've been a part of it, obviously, from training camp. You're one of our top defensemen just sitting out tonight. I want to get you a little bit of rest, be ready for tomorrow night. But what do you think about our squad this year?
Our squad this year, I was like, we're looking good. I was like, get 2 big wins over Syracuse. I was like, that's huge for our program right there, because when they went on to beat Adrian, that shows we can handle those top big dogs up there.
So the nice thing about us is we finally are starting to get some recognition. We don't beg for it. We don't mind it when we get it. Ranked in the top 25 this week. How does that make you feel?
It actually feels great. I was going to say, were we ranked last year? I don't remember.
At one point we were, yes.
I was going to say, and a couple big wins this weekend if we can get them, and just keep going on a roll. Keep taking this into the second semester in the playoffs, and then hopefully nationals.
So we talk about Aiden as a hockey player. I think of a lot of things personally that you bring to the game. What do you think your biggest strengths are as a player?
My biggest strengths are, I'd say I'm like a stay-at-home defenseman. I don't rush puck. I like being able to protect the puck, play defensively all around.
Yeah, you've been a rock-solid, steady defenseman for us, Aiden. We can depend on you in crucial situations. And, you've been really good for us this year, for sure. Now we're going to turn it over and have a little bit of fun. Aiden also has another talent, which is very important. You want to speak a little bit about your talent, Aiden?
Well, that's not actually my talent. I was like, luckily enough, I was going to say, I will take credit for it, but it wasn't me that actually made that banana bread.
Come on, Aiden. I was led to believe that you made the banana bread for practice.
No, that wasn't me.
All right, can you divulge who made it?
My girlfriend, Emily.
So a shout out to Aiden's girlfriend, Emily, who made the banana bread. Oh, boy. Well, whoever made it was pretty darn good, Aiden. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah, trust me.
Tremendous, yeah. Boy, that kind of dampens my enthusiasm. I was going to have you whip another batch up before the season's over. Well, hopefully you're in good terms with Emily.
Oh, yeah, we're in good terms.
All right, well, that's good, because we got a whole bunch of bananas in there at some point.
Be taking them back there this weekend to make some more from the Tuesday practice.
We'll revisit that banana nut bread story. Well, not nuts, though, right? We didn't put nuts in it.
Nope, we didn't.
Okay, Hayden. Now, tell me your biggest, best memory of IUP hockey and your biggest, best memory of IUP, the school itself.
So IUP hockey obviously has to be winning that championship at my freshman year. That was it's the biggest thing I could ever want in my life right now, and it's just like, wow. Nah, with the school, I was like, I'm a finance major. I'm loving it. I'm getting great connections through the school. That's what I'm helping. It's helping me out find a job after too.
Yeah, that's important. That's important, Aiden. So what about your best experience as a student here at IUP? What do you like best about the school?
That's about school. I was like, it's not a huge school, but everything's accessible. And then you got all the small things on Philly Street. I was like, you can go. You want something to bite to eat, and just go out. And let's go and just get some good food and have some fun times with friends.
Yeah, I call Indiana a little big town. It's not a big town, but it's not a little town. It's a really great place. We're so happy to have you, Aiden. I appreciate you coming on the show tonight. Look for Aiden in the lineup tomorrow night against John Carroll. That's a big one as well, right?
It's a big game.
So stay tuned, Hawk fans. We're going to try and keep this ship pointing in the right direction against Mercyhurst tonight. Should be a fun game to watch, and don't forget tomorrow at 4:50 p.m. Big one against John Carroll, last year's rematch of last year's CHMA championship. So for Coach Honzo, Coach Seitz, thanks and enjoy the game.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the CHMA pregame show. Tonight, your IUP Crimson Hawks face off against the Mercyhurst Lakers at home at S&T Bank Arena for the first matchup of their season series. Crimson Hawks come into this matchup 11-2-1 after a CHMA weekend sweep against WVU and the Duquesne Dukes. Crimson Hawks currently slot in second in the CHMA division after 6 clean regulation points after the CHMA weekend. The Hawks also received their first top 25 in this week's national OSHA rankings. The Hawks, the only CHMA team in the top 25 rankings, which you could say make them the best in the CHMA. Goaltending has remained one of the strong suits for the Crimson Hawks. Connor Halpert last weekend against the Duquesne Dukes went 28 for 28 in his first shutout of the season. We talked with Halpert's tandem Shane Paremba to see what has changed from last season to keep him and Halpert engaged in all of these close games.
Yeah, I think the guys got to stay on it. I think it's tough. I think we're having a little trouble with the neutral zone, defensive zone. Getting it out. Communication is a big thing. Myself, I got to talk with the defensemen and talk with the team. That's the way. The communication's the key. Communication's key. Separating the man from the puck. But I think it starts at defensive zone, through the neutral zone, and forwards, and everyone else needs to contribute to scoring the goals. But yeah, I think it's mainly communication, separating the man from the puck. Neutral zone's big, so that's what I think. Neutral zone's a big key, important part.
Check, check, check.
The Mercyhurst Lakers and the IUP Crimson Hawks. Good evening, everybody. My name is Josh Yates. With me, of course, Alex Duffalo for the IUP Hockey Network. The Lakers getting their first taste of some Crimson Hawks play for first game of their season series tonight. Of course, Crimson Hawks coming off a big 2-win weekend in CHMA play. Of course, they played WVU on Friday night in a thriller 5-4. They came away with that one, and then I don't even know what the final score, 4-0, I think it was on Saturday against Duquesne. Yeah, it was a whirlwind of a game. A lot of penalty minutes. You know, you can go ahead and take that one away, but I think it was 84 penalty minutes at the end of it for the Crimson Hawks. A lot of those being game misconducts, but
yeah, 70 minutes of the 84 minutes were game misconducts. And Duquesne wasn't light on the penalty box either. They had 58 total minutes in the box. So, I mean, when you think about conference play and you think about how chippy they get, that is a very clear example of it.
Now in close measure of the first drive of the game. Excuse me, that was Loza, but we barely even got started. We got into our intro and they already scored just like that. You know, we talk about, before I even talked about it, the Lakers and the Crimson Hawks, they faced off twice last year, of course, in regular season play. The Crimson Hawks taking both of those in pretty dominating fashion. But talk about dominating fashion, in the first 20 seconds of the game, the Hawks are up 1-0.
And that's got to feel pretty good for that starting line, because that's, I mean, a special starting line with some rooks in there. You got Filson in there, who's a D3 call-up from last year. So to come out in the game and within 30 seconds score a goal in your first night of the season starting at the first line is pretty good.
Yeah, pretty much a punch in the face for the Lakers.
Yeah,
absolutely. You know, that first line goes out and scores, and then they're immediately met with the top scoring line for the Crimson Hawks, that being, of course, Jace Rierick, Hunter Fairman, and Shane Miller. That puck drawn in on the goaltender in between the pipes for the Lakers tonight. That's Mike Mankowski from Niagara Falls. Is one of the new goaltenders for the Lakers, the only goaltender returning for this Mercyhurst squad, Connor Bridges. So Mike Mankowski is getting the nod tonight and obviously being tested pretty early. Taking it in on the left side, Evan Peters from Mercyhurst. That one was thrown in on our man Moose in the pipes. I didn't even get to that yet either. It was Shane Paremba manning the blue paint for the Crimson Hawks tonight. Currently holds a .914 save percentage, 6-0 for 4-0. He's looking to do a little bit more of that tonight against Mercyhurst. Now draw to the right of him, won by Mercyhurst, but the Hawks disrupting. Donovan meeting Klippenstein in that far corner. It's rimmed outside now. Now Schmelzer gives it up for Malloy. Malloy with some speed on the right side. He's gonna burn that far side, take it all the way down below the net. He's met on that end wall.
Malloy looking to return the favor. He isn't able to get there in time though.
Schmelzer back to collect in his own zone. Lofted pass for Malloy on the far corner of that blue line. It's a soft dump in. Mercyhurst has control now. Back with it is Cameron Glantz. Met by Schmelzer at the blue line though. Down to neutral ice. Malloy just picking it out of the feet. Skating it back into the zone. Again, there's Glantz. Malloy, a tough body to shrug off. Now it's finally out into neutral ice. Harvey, the man back to collect. Trying to get it up for, Hoffman. Met there by Colin Bari.
Oh, that was good work by Burkett to stay back and not commit too hard on that puck.
Yeah, very disciplined of him to just sort of close that gap and end the rush there. Mercyhurst in their own zone, trying to get it up into neutral ice, but Burkett will get it back in his own zone. He's going to slow it down below Paremba's net. Let this pattern work out. Hoffman taking it up the left side, slides it all the way back over for Burkett. A tip at the center line by Miola down below Mankowski. Hoffman grinding his way out. He has it at the goal line. He takes a big hit here on the close wall. Solomon aiding as well. Now Hoffman on the near dot, in close. Miola takes his shot, stopped by Mankowski. He saw Mankowski pretty spread out. He was certainly targeting that 5-hole. It was a good attempt by Miola on his first shift of the evening. Mankowski had the answer though. See a draw here. And IUP's offensive end, Loza, taking this face-off. He wins it straight back for Filson, a quick shot, fumbling over top of Mankowski's net. Turnaround, centering feed for Loza. Give him 2. We're not even 5 minutes into the game, and Loza's got 2 points for himself. An amazing feed by Tudich there below the net as well. Hawks off to a hot start.
Yeah, that was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, Loza, it was put on a silver platter for him by Tudich. All he had to do was just sit there and go through the motions, if you will. But like you said, 2 on the night, rolling hot. Not even 5 minutes in. My goodness.
Only 3 registered shots on the net for Mankowski. Of course, 2 of them finding that nylon off the stick of Matthew Loza. Now, here's the same line. Tudich taking on the left side. Cross-ice feed for Filson was mishandled. Here is Mercyhurst the other direction. Sullivan up the left side. Tries to dump it in. He's met by Soy's stick. Maddox Rearick now has it. Sliding it for his partner. Filson at the blue line. His own blue line, I should add. Loza now. In neutral ice, Tudich picking it away. Has it on the half wall, trying to push it on his backhand. Another centering feed. Nobody there. Loza going for his 3rd one. A little fumbling shot that missed wide. Still on the goal line. Filson trying to center Tudich. Goes out into neutral ice. Schmelzer trying to restart it. He's going to start it up on his own while the forwards are in the midst of a line change. He takes his shot from the left wing, but that was just gummed up there on that left circle. Schmelzer still has control.
When we've seen time and time before, Schmelzer can really deke and shoot the puck in on the net as a defenseman. Big hit by Miller, my goodness.
A little reversal for Shane Miller there. Of course, we know him to be the top scorer for this team. He had 2 goals in his last game against Duquesne. He's looking to keep the momentum. Miller, low slot, takes his shot, shoulder save. Mercyhurst just get the desperation clear. Now coming the other direction, Klippenstein. He's just hung up there by Burkett. Burkett backhands it right back to Rearick, now into neutral ice. Down below the goal line, Burkett has it. Trying to stretch it for Rearick on the other side, got caught up in Miller's skates. Miller still fighting for it. Now he has control. Again on the half wall. Right dot takes his shot. Pad save. Burkett unable to hold the line. So Hawks will be offsides. 14:54 remain in the first period. And if you're just now joining us, you missed a pretty electric start. 2-0 the score already off of 2 Matt Loza goals. We see a neutral zone draw here, won by Spencer Johnson. Lakaitis passing it to Burkett. Burkett with a hard clear. Did get up on Mankowski. Adams fighting with a guy much bigger than him, I should add. Soft dump in by Christopher Trokey. Have it on the half wall, centering feed. Adams catches it, disrupts that chance. Spencer Johnson now, cutting up through middle ice. Drops it off for Malloy. He takes his shot, blocked in the lane. Hanlon got his shin pads all over it. Malloy still forechecking. Lakaitis holds the zone, backhands it for Malloy. Just gonna hem the Lakers even deeper into their zone. Malloy still keeping it in. Down to neutral ice. Lakaitis dances around one man. He's gonna take it into the zone. Skating it, and fans on the pass, just chips it in down below the goal line. Just under 14 minutes remaining. Malloy hits his man right in that near corner. He was sort of eyeing him up there. Centering feed, Adams in close, bouncing puck. Another backhand try for Hoffman. Malloy has it. He turns it around, misses to the right.
A lot of close calls there.
Hoffman on the goal line, spins. Throws it off the boards for Maddox Rearick. Maddox Rearick is taken to the glass. Out to neutral ice. Now here come the Lakers the other direction. They need a change. Sullivan, the only man down there for Mercyhurst. Adams just swiping it around for Maddox. Maddox-Rearick now. At the logo, takes it into the zone, slows it up a little bit and just dumps it deeper. Solomon giving chase. He's getting physical in that corner. We saw him get physical against Duquesne. He has it, centering feed. Hoffman takes his shot off the mask of Mankowski. Now they're able to clear the zone.
Hawks are doing such a good job of spacing out, not getting jumbled up together.
Certainly Hoffman in great spacing there, like you mentioned. Here's Solomon holding it on his backhand, takes it on the left side. He's pushed down below the goal line, centering, nobody there on the back door. Now trying to push it, Mercyhurst. They throw it down in that far corner. Shot misses to the right of the net from Chung. Springs an opportunity the other way. Tudich is hung up at the center line. Loza hits the deck as well. Now Donovan, left wing, takes his shot. Went straight up. Mankowski didn't really have a clue where it was at. Another one, Loza, targeting that near post.
Already looking for his third.
Now down low, Tudich centering again. Loza was on his way out to the neutral zone. Pushed in, down in deeper. Filson giving chase. Mercyhurst just unable to leave the zone. It's held in by Donovan. He hits Tudich on the right wing. Backhands it down below the net. Filson back to collect. He's hung up. Loza getting active now as well. Still fighting for it down there is Thibault. Schmelzer trying to hold it in, but Filson with some speed back to collect it in his own zone. They're going to try and capitalize on the line change, but it was a great stick by Evan Peters to slow that pass up to Tudich. Now here's Peters again, backhands it for his man, but just closing the gap again. Donovan, goal line for Mercyhurst. There's a centering feed. It goes all the way across. On top now, a shot from the point blocked in the lane by Fairman. Dancing around, another great stick by Jace Rearick. 2-on-1 if they hurry, trying to spring Jace. And he gets the back. Oh, goal! Talk about aggressiveness and drive. Jace Rearick is your man. He was fully stretched out to try and get that one past Mankowski, and he did just that. It's a tough spot for Mankowski, too, I should add. We'll take another look at the celebration as we have some of the home crowd. It was a tough spot for Mankowski as there was nobody trailing there to disrupt Jace Rearick. So he had to go out and make the play himself, and it was just a little bit too aggressive. Of course, allowing for Jace Rearick to just net that one home. 3-0 for the Crimson Hawks, and they show no signs of slowing up.
Yeah, that kind of play reminded me a lot. Oh, they're having a goaltender swap here.
Yeah. It looks like we are now, excuse me, we'll take a look. We have a man out there, excuse me, it's Henry Hunt. Henry Hunt now in the net for Mercyhurst. He's done most of the bulk goaltending for the Lakers.
IUP goal scored by number 25,
So he's going to try to come relieve Mankowski before this game gets completely out of hand. Hunt has seen 8 games played, .908 save percentage with a 4-3 record. We'll see if he can find an answer for the Hawks offense. Now, Mercyhurst has it in the zone. Stopped there by Harvey. Spencer Johnson trying to leave the zone with it. Cross-ice feed, left wing, dances around one man, he's tripped up, the hand does go. Bremba keeps the puck out of the net. But it looks like IUP's heading to the penalty box.
Yeah, that was a pretty blatant trip. I feel like the refs didn't have much of a choice to call that immediately, but we'll see what the Hawks can do here. 3-goal lead, thanks to Lowe's 2 goals, certainly. And that chip from Rearick just happened, but I'm not too worried here, Josh. I think they can compose themselves, pass the puck amongst themselves, and get a dump or a clear whenever they have the opportunity.
Hawks certainly no stranger to penalty killing after last weekend against Duquesne. So we'll see if that can carry over into tonight's matchup. That first unit out there, it's going to be Soy, Hoffman, Maddox Rearick, and Chase Malloy. There's a point shot blocked in the lane. Here's Hoffman going the other way, unable to get the step, but he feeds Malloy. Malloy on the half wall, Saucer pass for Hoffman, it finds the back. The official comes over and confirms the goal. Talk about a feed from Chase Malloy. If Hoffman got a stick on it, we'll take a look at it now though. Just his mass pushed that puck into the net. So we have a shorthanded goal for the Hawks. 4-0 lead.
And I don't know, this might be the best start we've seen all season from the Crimson Hawks. I mean, it doesn't get much more brutal than this. And to think if you're a Mercyhurst Laker, you still got another 10 minutes to go. It's only halfway there till the end of the first period, so you really got to buckle up and hope and pray that you can just make it to that locker room and talk things out.
Of course, the two matchups between Mercyhurst and IUP last season did not go Mercyhurst's way, as I mentioned before. The first one, I believe, ending 11-1 in favor of the Hawks. The second one, I think it was around 4-1 or 4-0, something around there. So it was a little more manageable. Still, for the last couple of seasons, they've been unable to find an answer to the Hawks, whether it's full strength or shorthanded. Still a minute 20 remaining on that penalty. It's a new unit for the Hawks. I assume a new unit for the Lakers as well. Have it on the right wing, shot blocked in the lane by Donovan. Soft dump all the way out for Fairman. The forwards are going to get a change for that penalty killing unit. Swapped out with Johnston and Solomon. Solomon's getting active early. Taking it up the right side. Botsenhart. Cross ice feed. Mishandled Johnson with a backhand.
Oh, here goes Solomon.
Solomon giving chase. He will control it. Just trying to kill as much time off this penalty as he can, and he's doing just that. Fighting 3 Lakers from the seat of his pants, still killing it. Got to give some love to Solomon, as he killed off just about 20 seconds of that penalty all by himself.
That's crucial right there. Might not seem like much now. Oh, big try on the side by Schmelzer.
Short angle shot goes up and out of play. Schmelzer did take kind of an awkward fall sort of into that half board over there, trying to hip check the puck carrier. He does head off. He looks to be in pain on the bench over there. Hopefully he is all right.
Yeah, I think he just scrunched his hand in between his own body and that little panel there by the bench.
Great little stick there by Tudich just to push it out into neutral ice, forcing Mercyhurst offsides.
The poke checking tonight by the Crimson Hawk has been tremendous.
Yeah, the shot counter still sits 10-2 in favor of the Crimson Hawks. So a lot of those shot lanes, passing lanes, being just eaten up by the Hawks, whether it's a body or a stick, like you mentioned. 8:36 and counting, 7 seconds remain on the penalty before the Hawks get back to even strength. A soft clear down. Tudich just going to chip it down in a little bit deeper. He's held up on the half wall.
Pretty extensive battle here between everybody. It's whipped out of there by, looked like Filson.
Back to full strength. That one did end up on Hunt. He kicked it away. Centering feed, nobody there. Harvey has it blue line. Point shot, there's a kick save by, Hunt. Lokaitis passing to his partner. Harvey fans on the pass, but Loza still has it.
Great moves by Filson.
Yeah. Harvey chips it back to Filson. Filson, point shot, no deflection. Stopped there by Hunt. I think that's only the second registered shot that Hunt has faced. The first one being the one that went in against Hoffman.
Yep.
So that is his first save. Face-off tied up by Miller, he still has control. Just chipping it around some close passing, tried to hit Fairman in the slot. Calling for the one-timer. Down below the goal line, Jace Rierick.
Oh, what a
Saucer
find.
pass for Fairman. Fairman, right wing, takes his shot, shoulder save. Maddox Rierick, another one, misses to the wide. Jace Rierick again finds Fairman in the slot, right wing. Goal lines, trying to stuff it in. It's kept in the blue paint, cleared out. Now a turnaround shot for Fairman. It's blown dead. Fairman was drooling at that opportunity.
Oh, yeah. He had a lot of time.
Yeah. Hunt was pretty sprawled out, but the net did come off of its pegs. Either way, we'll see a draw in the offensive zone for the Hawks. Again, it's that same top line. Miller centering Fairman and Jace Rierick. There's a point shot. Miller just catches it, trying to turn it around, and he does. Misses to the left. Fairman has it below the goal line. Gives it for Jace Rierick. He dances it into the middle. Wide slot shot. Excuse me, that lane was blocked. Now here's Mercyhurst the other direction. Miller getting a back check.
Big hit by Rierick.
It looked like he was almost sort of tripped up by Miller as well. Either way, that one off of Soy's little one-touch pass did shuffle in on Hunt. I'll freeze it there with 6:52 remaining in the first period. 4-0 the score. Some new personnel heading out there for the Crimson Hawks. It's Malloy and Adams, centered by Johnson. The defensemen are going to be Harvey and Donovan.
This
Malloy
line
with a little tumble off the draw.
This line's done a great job all night, Josh. Well, I say all night like we're that far in. So far this period of like skating around everybody. They're able
Malloy, short angle shot. Shoulder save and finds the back. I have never seen that. A short angle shot from Malloy hit off the shoulder of Hunt, just rolled right down his back and into the back of the net. 5-0 Hawks.
And I mean, if you're the Mercyhurst Lakers, nothing else could go wrong. You even make a half save on a shot, and it somehow finds a way to trickle down your own back and into the back of the net. And you know what? Malloy might deserve a little give me like that after the between the legs shot he had a few games ago that didn't count. And I'm still holding firm that shot would have been a good goal if there was no whistle blown for sure.
You could say he was due. IUP right back at it. Malloy has on his forehand. He's going to just dump it back down into the zone. Adams is there. He'll turn it around for Harvey. Harvey getting checked down. Now Adams below the goal line. Give it up high. Malloy has on the blue line. Trying to push it in, but he was held up there on the blue line by McCusker. Harvey in his own zone, cycling it up, but he's held in by Bolter. Bolter takes his shot blocked in the lane by Harvey. Malloy stretching it for Adams. Adams on the left wing. He has it, trying to wrap it. He can't get the angle. He's pushed to the outside. Great defensive work by that Mercyhurst Laker. Just that layered forecheck as we talk about. Impenetrable. Hoffman taking his man to the glass. Solomon disrupting as well. That one chipped up into the Hawks bench with 5:30 in the first.
I mean, the Hawks almost seem like an impenetrable fortress. There's nothing has really gotten by that blue line, and when it does, the Hawks are able to maybe let them get a shot off, but that shot ends up getting blocked anyways.
Right back on the rush, Miola and Hoffman. Hoffman trying to cycle it down, but is pushed right back out by Mercyhurst. Lokaitis sliding it to Burkett, then up to Solomon. Solomon through center ice, throws it off the glass. Down below the goal line now. Coming up the right side. There's Eberhardt. Hoffman trying to stab at it. Puck was rimmed all the way around. Burkett trying to advance it a little bit forward for his forwards. There's Lokaitis. His own zone, stretching it for Hoffman. Hoffman with a soft rim around. Hunt out of his net to reverse it. On that wall, Barry met by Filson. Loza just pushing it back in. Now it's into neutral ice. Some great passing there. Barry takes his shot, misses to the right. Hits the outside of the cage back into the slot, but he was unable to grab that rebound. Kudic now on the left side, fumbling puck. He was held up there. One-timer by Maddox Rierick, a deflection too. Loza gets to the loose puck, has on his backhand, centering for Filson, and it finds the net. Just gathering the garbage and dumping it home for his third goal of the season. 6-0 now the score, as we see the replay there.
Dude,
It's
he was
home.
able to tuck it in that tiny little
Yeah.
slot between the post and the shoulder. It almost, I think it did a little pinball action
Yeah,
between
hit
something.
a couple of bodies, it
Yeah.
looked like.
Nonetheless, great positioning and great shot. I think that's Filson's third on the year.
Yeah. You know, I've used this call already this year, but they don't ask how, they ask how many. And how many, they have 6 in the first off of 18 shots. Of course, behind Mankowski and Hunt.
Yeah, talk about efficient as well. 6 on 18 is pretty darn good in the hockey world.
In the hockey world, for sure. I think Mercyhurst took their timeout, which...
I do not blame them.
Right.
They got 3 shots on goal.
Right. A lot of teams save them for the third period, you know, when it's a close game. But of course, this game certainly getting out of hand for the Lakers, and they're looking for an answer. So they'll take their time here. While we have time here at S&T Bank, it's the Movember Mustache Challenge for all of the guys on the team. So
I was wondering.
yeah, if you happen to come down to S&T Bank, also on the IUP website, you can vote for which of your favorite Hawks have the best Movember mustache. At the end of the month, the proceeds will be donated.
I'm sure we'll see some beautiful ones.
Oh yeah.
Some terrible ones too.
My favorite are the guys that can't grow it, but they think they can, right? And they dye it a little bit just to, you know, be part of it. But it's all, of course, it's all for a good cause. So any effort is appreciated. My vote's Donovan.
Yeah, I mean, he's already there.
Right. He's got a good mustache on him. Tudich in close. There's nobody on that back door. Burkett holding him to the outside. Harvey back to collect behind Paremba. Cycling it forward. Tudich now on the close wall. Loose puck, one-timer. Kicked away by Paremba.
I'm sure Moose has been itching for one like that.
There's another slot feed blocked by his own man. Tudich has it. Chipping it forward for Loza. He's unable to get it out to the neutral zone. Mercyhurst still holding the zone, but Burkett now has it. Behind his net, he'll give it for Harvey. Harvey stretching it to Tudich. It is out of the zone. The Hawks in the middle of a forwards line change. Now Tudich heading off. Fairman dancing through center ice. Coming right off the bench, Jace Rearick was trying to pick it apart. Back in their own zone, Donovan. He's pushed to that corner wall. Fairman, another stretch feed for Jace Rearick.
Oh, great
pass.
work.
It's a shot, toe drag, blocker save. Tried to reverse it back for Fairman in the slot. Now he has it on the goal line. Centering feed. Miller was unable to corral it. Fairman, blue line. Down at the goal line. Now left wing, Rearick. And trying to hit Fairman. Crashing that slot. This line just picking this Lakers defense apart. Just like that, Schmelzer unable to control it. Here come the Lakers the other way on his forehand. Takes a shot. The glove saved by Paremba. And pushed to that far corner. Another centering feed. Looked like Donovan got a stick. He got up for that one as well. And he hits Jace Rearick. Now on the right wing. See if he can get it here. No wrap attempt. He gets in the blue paint and close. Fairman takes his try. But Hunt ultimately keeping it out. 2:14 remain here.
That line has been nothing but relentless on the goaltending squad from Mercyhurst tonight. Them and that new first line we're seeing, that new starting line we're seeing. Both of those two lines have just been putting in insane amounts of pressure.
It really is sort of poetry in motion when those three are on the ice together. Of course, being Fairman, Miller, and Jace Rearick. They just have so much chemistry. They know where each other are going to be at any given time when they have the puck or when they don't have the puck.
Yeah, I don't think I could put it any other way other than poetry in motion, like you said.
Mercyhurst reversing that one deep into IUP's zone, but Soy has it. Trying to hit Adams all the way through the neutral zone. A foot race now. Jordan Adams does win it, so they'll call off the icing. Malloy coming to aid. Minute 45 left. That lane blocked by Spencer Johnston. Some miscommunication. He's held up there by Malloy. Now, finally, Mercyhurst entering the zone. And the left wing backhand try, just eaten up by Maddox Rearick. Here comes Jordan Adams up the left side and into the zone. Finds Malloy. Malloy sticking for it. It's met by three Lakers. That one into neutral ice. Soy coming to close the gap on that crashing Laker. Mercyhurst remains control. They'll slow up behind Paremba's net. Pass it off for Hoffman. A minute remaining in the period.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Mercyhurst giving it up for Hoffman. Hoffman held up at the blue line. It does enter the zone though. Klippenstein giving it to his partner. He's trying to hit Peters. Peters and Burkett now down below the net. Peters in the far corner, Lakaitis sticking for it. Burkett swiping it forward, Solomon now on the other side.
What a move by Solomon.
Just simple pushes it to the forehand, it gets around his man. Now Lakaitis taking it in the zone. They're gonna whistle him offsides though. 31 seconds remain in the first period. 6-0 still the score. Those goal scorers being Loza twice, Jace Rearick, Caleb Hoffman, Chase Malloy, and Gavin Filson. And at the rate they're going at, I can't expect there not to be more names on that list.
Yeah, I think the stat sheet's going to be pretty darn
Pretty full. Fighting for it now, left wing Loza, trying to go for that hat trick. Tudich has it on the goal line. Centering across for Filson. The Lakers got a stick in the lane. Burkett throws it off the boards down below Hunt's net. 7 seconds and counting in the period. There's a stretch feed. See if they can get one more shot. Evan Peters from the blue line, he has it in. He turns it around. And Paremba sticking it away, and that one does sort of make everybody get to the edge of their seat there at the final seconds as it shuffled behind Paremba's net in the final seconds of that dreaded first period, you could say, for Mercyhurst. Comes to an end.
I don't know what else you could say. There's nothing I could touch upon that definitely that the Crimson Hawks need to fix. But if you're the Lakers, I mean, you're almost just a little kid in a pool that has a bunch of things circling around you. You don't know what to do. You're just standing watching everything happen. But I think they just need to game plan, come back out, and kind of just keep a composure and space out and think. I think they're just getting rushed by the Hawks. I mean, there's been a lot of pressure that the Crimson Hawks have been able to put on the Lakers. So if the Lakers can just maybe dial back a little bit and take a deep breath, they might have a little bit more success. But don't expect the Hawks to let up either.
Talk about game plan. We'll see what game plan the Mercyhurst coaching staff comes out with. See if they can find some sort of relief against this IUP offense. You're listening to the IUP Hockey Network. My name is Josh Yates, with me Alex Duffalo, and we will be back to present the third period of play. back, everybody, to the second period of play. Score is 6-0. Before we get ahead of ourselves, of course, on the IUP Hockey Network, my name is Josh Yates, with me Alex Duffalo. We have seen a goaltender change for the Crimson Hawks. It's Alan Schrader between the pipes, his first action of the season. See if he can continue to hold off the Mercyhurst Lakers.
This is especially exciting for us because he's usually our roommate whenever we go on hockey away trips. So very cool to see Schrader in between the pipes tonight.
Of course, the Lakers only applying 5 shots onto the net in the first period, excuse me. 21 the Crimson Hawks put onto the Lakers. That was a combined effort from Mankowski and Hunt. Excuse me, we see a goalie change for Mercyhurst as well. It's going to be Connor Bridges. It's their third and last goaltender that is dressed here tonight for Mercyhurst. We saw Mankowski for the first 4 goals, then 2 allowed by Hunt, and now it's Connor Bridges, the only returning goaltender for the Lakers this season that is manning the pipes for at least the remainder of this game.
Whole lot of experimentation going on this game.
Here's Hunter Fairman. Bridges to the test. Turnaround feed. There was Jace Rearick trying to collect it. Bridges, I think, got a stick on it.
And what a humble decision there to lay off on shooting that puck and dishing it off to the back.
Here's Jace Rearick from the half wall. Backhand try, and they score. Effortless. Jace Rearick asked the question, and Shane Miller has the answer. 7-0. Now the score. Connor Bridges allows his first.
Yeah, and the Hawks just keep piling it on here at the Bank Arena, and I don't think there's a stop in sight for this train they're on.
Center ice draw now. Johnson taking this face-off. It's tied up there at the center dot. Now back for Harvey. Harvey will slide it to Donovan. Donovan forward for Johnson, but holding it at the blue line is Mercyhurst. There's the captain the other way. It's a centering feed in close. Harvey got a stick on it. That pass was from Bari. Now on the right side, Malloy trying to spring Adams.
What a
great save by Bridges.
Wow.
Let's take a look at that replay. We can get it. Yeah, we see Adams taking it up the right side. And just trailing down.
Yeah, he sprawled out pretty good there.
Yeah. Bridges should keep that next shot mentality.
As minuscule as possible. Just minimize the lead as much as possible. Maybe your boys can get one, at least one.
Now, from the right wing, Adams going in. Bridges with the stick to push it out. Malloy takes his man to the ice, and the hand is up. We see Bridges starting to go to the Mercyhurst bench. So now IUP will get a touch on the puck, and they will head back to the penalty kill. Of course, they had no issue on the penalty kill earlier as Hoffman was able to get that short-handed goal.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're kind of salivating at the mouth right now if you're the Lakers. You just want one. And at this point in the game, this kind of adversity you're facing and lead you're facing, you just want to get at least one. So look to see the Lakers get aggressive, but Hawks will surely stay composed and look to dump the puck out of the zone.
From the point, now on the left wing, back up to the point for Glantz. Glantz with the shot in, and it rode high. Schrader has no idea where it is. He's out of his crease looking to get back, but he does make the save. So that is the first registered shot on Schrader, and he had no problem. Down below the goal line, Mercyhurst has it, back up to the point. Ooh, trying to hit the back door. It was a wayward pass. Now Glantz to the blue line, another try. Schrader able to keep it out. It's a one-timer from the right wing up above the net. So we have a whistle.
Net came off its moorings there just a little bit. And how about Schrader looking a little comfortable? I think that first shot he had to settle in, but now that he's got the first save on the season behind his back, he's looking a little bit more relaxed.
Certainly a pretty big test for him, as that first shot that he faced was on the penalty kill. Johnson trying to get it out of the zone on the half wall over there. They're fighting for it. There's 5 bodies in there. Now it comes loose. Left wing shot blocked in the lane by Burkett. Backhander trying to clear the zone, and they do. It's Cameron and Hoffman in a foot race. Hoffman comes away with it. Just going to backhand it out for Burkett. Burkett with a hard clear all the way back down into the Mercyhurst zone. 50 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. Below the net is Bolter. The Calgary native trying to spring it forward. Miller just clogs that lane right up. He's going to bat it for Fairman, and Fairman swiping it back into the zone.
Oh, mishandled behind the net. Fairman's going to have to take advantage of that.
Bridges was trying to slow it up. Little saucer pass for Soy. Soy for Maddox Rearick. Maddox Rearick stretch pass. That does force Bridges out of his crease. So slowed up there. 15 seconds remaining on the penalty. Fairman blocking the lane and just holding it down deep in that zone. In that far corner now, McCusker circling. Fairman with a big hit. He has control now. See if he can hit the man across. That's Miller on the back door. So the penalty is now expired. We're back to full strength. The Lakers have control. In that far corner, there was a big hit. Soy looking to close the gap. There's Malloy sticking forward as well. He springs Miller. Miller cross-ice feed for Fairman. Fairman trying to dance around that defenseman. But here come the Lakers the other direction.
Good opportunity. Can't be too disappointed.
With some speed, Chung has it on the left wing. He takes his shot. It's blocked in the lane by Soy, up and out of play.
Quite a good turnout we have so far from the IUP students.
Yeah, there's a nice little student section over here, and that middle section here at the bank is typically pretty full. It's a pretty good turnout for first meeting between Mercyhurst and the Crimson Hawks.
And there's Loza back out on the ice. He's still looking for his third.
Tudich trying to go for it. It's pushed back down into IUP zone. Donovan just glued to that end wall. Now, puck is free. Harvey circling around below the goal line. Stretch feed for Tudich, and you got a piece of it. Filson trying to get on his horse now. As he takes his man to the end wall. Has control now. Centering feed and close. Loza had it. There, right in front. Another turnaround shot for Filson. Bridges is able to handle it. 14-18 remaining in the second period. 7-0 still to score.
This line's done a great job. I think that's why they've been so successful offensively against the Lakers. Not that anybody hasn't so far with 7 goals on the board. But this first starting line here, they've just done a great job of spacing out and taking a lot more shots when they've had the opportunities. And they're just mighty aggressive. I think a lot of that plays into the fact that they're all hyped up being in the starting lineup.
Filson coming away with it. He fed Loza in the slot. Loza stick handling around. He's pushing to that far corner. On the other side, receiving is Tudich from the reversal. Pass held up there. Trying to hold the zone, and Loza does just that. He has on the right wing, takes his shot right into the chest of Bridges. (27-7) the shot counter. Of course, in favor of the Hawks. Both squads going to get a personnel change, some fresh legs out there on the ice. Here's Johnson ready to take this draw to the left of Bridges. He wins it straight back for Adams. Adams trying to shoot it in. And hit off the skate of Sullivan. Did get all the way in on Bridges.
Get a quick redo here.
Puck dropped, won by IUP. Adams trying to turn it around, hit off the official skate. Mercyhurst able to clear the zone. Burkett has it now, though. Stretching it for Malloy cross ice. Did get a piece of it, so no icing. It's the Lakers the other way. Left wing, on that left side. That one chipped up, almost out of play, but it was Bolter. Was held up. Oh, great feed by Burkett, but it was Malloy that was unable to cut that angle off. Slid all the way in on Bridges. They'll glue it down there.
Luckily, that went on net there, because now we get a face-off in their end.
It's Johnston, Adams, and Malloy, the forwards out there, backed by Burkett and Lakaitis. Johnson won it straight back for Burkett. Burkett trying to shoot that one in. The block in the lane was Botsenhart. On center ice. Here come the Lakers, Botsenhart. Low slot, trying to hit that streaking man, but Adams was able to tie him up. Burkett again, stretching it for Malloy. Malloy taking it on the right side. Cuts it up right in the middle, has on his backhand, feeds it in close for Adams. And he was pushed to the outside. Malloy trying to stick handle, but he was met by two guys in that corner. Centering feed in close, Adams was unable to get a clean shot off, and Bridges got the stick check. Here's the other way, a shot from the left wing, pad save by Schrader. Goal line now, another centering feed. Soy pushing it deeper. Glance trying to turn it around, but Lakaitis held it right there. Solomon has it at the center line, gives it up for Soy. Soy feeds it back to Solomon. See if they're able to hold the zone. Solomon fighting for that loose puck. Now finally Mercyhurst able to clear the zone. Skating for it now in his own zone is Maddox Rearick. Miola on that far side. Hits Soy. Soy off the boards for Hoffman. Hoffman right in front of his own bench is just going to chip it down deeper for Solomon. Solomon throws on the brakes, turns it the other way. Miola tried to come scoop it up. Solomon still has it, though. He feeds Lakaitis for the one-timer. Had a couple deflections on its way in. The Lakers coming the other direction. On that right side, it's Chung. Feeds it back on the right wing for McCusker. He takes a shot. It's a pad save by Schrader. Still in close, another try, and that one shuffles through the 5-hole of Schrader. So now Mercyhurst gets on the board. That came off the stick of Hayden Cox. 7-1 now the score.
Not much you can do there, a little dribbler. Can't be too upset. If you're Schrader, keep your head high and keep working back there. He's made a couple of very nice saves so far.
Of course, he entered the period with 5 shots on goal for the Mercyhurst Lakers. They currently sit at 10. So he's faced 5 shots, allowing 1. Again, it's his first game action this season. So you can cut him a little slack. That center face-off is immediately blown dead. A couple of seconds off the clock. Neutral zone draw now. Won by Mercyhurst, they'll dump it straight back in. Donovan gives it for Harvey. Fairman, a soft feed for Miller. Miller trying to dance around him. Fairman comes and picks it up. So Fairman takes a hit into the post. So the hand is gonna go up and they'll whistle it. So Rearick's gonna get tied up with him now. I'm not sure really what happened, if Fairman took a spill or if he was hit into the post, but he is slow to get up. I certainly heard something, make that ping off of the iron.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things where how he moves with high rates of speed around the back of that net. And as he was trying to go around or just somewhat in that vicinity, he kind of got like sandwiched into it, you know what I mean? So I think he'll be all right. Probably just stings a little bit, but it'll wear itself off.
So he's staying on the ice, being a trooper here and fighting it out. There is a penalty on the board for Mercyhurst. It looks like it's going to be Lucas Thibault sitting for 2 minutes. So IUP going to get on the power play for the first time of the evening. See how they handle it. They've had no trouble 5-on-5, even 5-on-4 shorthanded. They have an extra man now. They hit. Jace Rearick takes his shot. That was right off the shin pads of Eberhardt. Now with some speed the other way, here's Vaselli. He takes his shot up high. Schrader got a piece of it. Here's Fairman. Through neutral ice. Holds it on his backhand, cutting it right up the middle. He's going to take it himself, right off the injury. It's a loose puck in the blue paint. Like coming in to get the chip was Miller, but Malloy holds the zone. Now Mercyhurst is able to clear it. It's a good save by Bridges, as it was Fairman just literally starting that rush in his own end, going all the way around.
And the Lakers are doing a pretty good job so far of pressuring the Hawks.
Here's a fully set rush. We'll see how true that statement stands. Miller backhanding it for Jace Rierick. Here's Rierick through center ice. Goes around one man, has a lot of open ice. Tries to go up high, but that shot was deflected. There's Miller at the goal line. It's Jace Rierick. Backhanded for Adams. Adams goes up high and misses high. Over to collected is Malloy on the near side. Mercyhurst gets it clear. Schrader's just going to stay in his crease. 30 seconds remaining. Now Mercyhurst has some reinforcements. Donovan trying to clear the zone in close. Schrader was able to kick that one away. Now Donovan, 20 seconds left on the power play. In his own zone, looking up ice. Turns the Jets on. He's going to take it in himself. Has it down below the goal line, holding it on his backhand. Now he'll cycle it up high for Loza. Loza reversing it back down for Johnson as there's a new unit for the Hawks. Johnson hits Filson streaking down. Bridges was able to hold the post. Back to full strength now. IUP still has possession. Now Mercyhurst is going to get it clear all the way down. Donovan back to collect it.
Good awareness by Donovan, too, keeping his eye on that penalty. As that penalty expires, that man came out of the box.
Jordan Adams from the left wing, centers in close. Loza was tied up, though. Filson has control. He's just going to sort of box his man out. They're going to whistle it for a hand pass. No, it did look like Filson got a stick on it. Either way, the officials make their call. 8:52 remain here in the second period.
Notable, too, 30 total shots for the Hawks so far, and the Lakers up to 11.
Neutral ice draw, won by Mercyhurst, coming away with it. Casual glove save for Schrader as that one was rifled in from the neutral zone. You see the draw in IUP's defensive zone here. There's Hoffman to take that draw. Push it right out into neutral ice. Coming this way now,
work.
yeah, Burkett just going in there with a full head of steam and was able to get a stick to jar it loose. Burkett looking up, saucer pass for Hoffman. So now he's chasing it down low. He's sort of checked into the boards. Mercyhurst exiting the zone. We'll see how they entry their offensive zone. In the slot, high slot, toe drag, shoulder save by Schrader. Miola chipping it forward for Hoffman. They're able to leave the zone though. Now, the Hawks had a golden opportunity. You saw me kind of drooling at it as well. It was Hoffman and Solomon. Hoffman was just unable to reel it in. Here's Miola though, on the half wall, taking it down to the goal line. Trying to stick handle around, but Mercyhurst picking it away. Up the left side, there's Sullivan trying to hit his man streaking through the center. Hoffman sending it back into neutral ice. Miola has it now. He stick handles around that forechecker. Burkett, another stretch feed off the boots of Mercyhurst. Now they're back into the zone. Left wing, centering feed in close. Great stick
work.
Yeah, stick check by Burkett and Schrader combined, I think, jarred that one loose. Now Lakaitis to the goal line. He spins off one man and just pushes it for Burkett. Burkett advances it forward for Filson. Mercyhurst holds it on the blue line. It's Burkett over there chipping for it. Loza getting involved as well. Here's Miola now. Fans on the pass, but now Burkett has it. Off the boards, all the way down. Nobody got a piece of it, so they will call icing. With 6:56 to go, like you mentioned before, 30-14 currently on the shot board in favor of IUP.
Yeah, it's just been a relentless barrage by the Hawks so far tonight. And I don't think the Lakers really have an answer that they can come up with so far. One that's going to take a 2-minute talk, that is.
Face-off won by Mercyhurst, pushed down forward by Hayden Cox. Here's Burkett on the goal line. Saucer pass, see if Miola can get on his horse. He's stick checking, he has it now. Takes a short angle shot off the shoulder of Bridges. Miola still has control, centering feed for Filson. Blows it with a backhand. It's kicked away by Bridges. Passing lane blocked up. It was Hayden Cox trying to spring it forward. Loza just ate it straight up. Here's Soy now. Maddox rear hits Filson. Filson with some speed. He takes a shot from neutral ice right into the glove of Bridges. And I will mention too, we have not seen Jake Schmelzer since he sort of ran into that half glass earlier in the first period.
Yeah, I think that that might have done a number. In a game like this with a player that high quality, you don't want to risk any more type of injury. So I think he's just probably done for the night, getting some rest. Might see him tomorrow.
Shot from the point off Soy's stick. It did hit Loza. Loza hit the deck. Loza fighting for the loose puck in close to ditch. Now Loza on the left wing takes his shot. Shoulder save by Bridges. Another one held out by number 27. So IUP is going to get some new men out. Just under 6 minutes remaining here in the second. Face off one straight back for IUP. Here's Malloy trying to hold the zone, and he's unable to get that pass. Going the other direction is Klippenstein. Here's Soy from the blue line. In close, Johnson. There's a loose puck. Was corralled by Mercyhurst. Now down deep in that far corner. Trying to reverse it the other way is Thibault. Maddox rear, point shot, no deflection. There was a deflection. Johnson just pushed it to the outside. Johnson below the goal line. Now Maddox rear on the half wall. Just a forehand push. Now Malloy has it below. He's going to turn it around, trying to hit Adams there on that back door. That was amazing vision that he even saw Adams over there. They did block the lane. Here's Malloy right back in on the entry. Adams on the goal line. Ooh. Trying to hit Malloy on that back door, but he was taken to the ice. Here's Mercyhurst looking up ice, trying to spring there forward. Botsenhart is held in there by Harvey. Malloy chipping it for Adams. Adams going to take it into the zone. He has Miller trailing, as well as Malloy. Miller dodging a hit. He has Harvey at the point. Harvey takes his shot, glove save by Bridges.
That was a wicked shot by Harvey from the point. I didn't know he had that kind of power.
In his toolbox. Yeah. You don't really see him shooting often. He's a very passive, stay-at-home defenseman. He does a great job. Of course, can't let that opportunity go, as it was a pretty golden opportunity at that.
Yeah.
One-on-one, face-to-face with the goaltender. You got to rip your shot.
Absolutely.
He's a big guy. Certainly can put his weight into that twig, into the flex of it, and let it fly. So a quick puck up into the rafters here at the bank. It wouldn't be a game at S&T Bank if a puck didn't interfere with the rafters.
You're going to get bit eventually here. It's just a matter of when.
Now here's Donovan on the left wing. He's going to cycle it down for Rearick. Rearick turning it around for the Lakers. Just held right there. Now into neutral ice. Here's Ty. Push to the left wing. Now in the slot. Miller and Donovan just closing that gap.
And here we go, 2-on-1.
Fairman on the right wing. He dances around center and feed. Rearick didn't crash that back post.
Oh, what a way to settle the puck by Miller. Quick chance.
Miller was trying to feed Fairman on the back door. Burkett unable to keep the puck in the zone. A couple of good opportunities there for the Hawks. Foot race down, Sullivan has it. He tried to throw a quick one in on Schrader. Donovan blocked the lane though. Miller unable to corral it. Here's Jace Rearick. The hand goes up and he takes his backhand try. So we have a whistle. a penalty. I'm unsure.
I think they're going to call him
take
for
Jace.
the slash.
Yeah, for the slash. So he will sit for 2 minutes. IUP back on the penalty kill. First unit out there, it's going to be Solomon and Hoffman, backed by Burkett and Lokaitis. Of course, Hoffman scoring that shorthanded goal earlier in the first period. He was on the first unit as well. Great face-off win by Hoffman. It's Burkett trying to throw it off the boards, and he's hit a big hit by Donovan there on the blue, Solomon on the blue line. So now, Lokaitis able to swipe it out into neutral ice.
Close interception there for Hoffman, just missed one.
And he got a piece of it either way, was able to slow the rush up. Now here's Hoffman down in the near corner, gluing his man to the glass. Burkett fighting for it as well. Here comes Solomon with another big hit into that corner. As he gets the puck and he springs Hoffman. Hoffman with some speed, taking it into the zone, trying to dance it around. A great job by that Lakers defenseman to hold him out.
Solomon's going to go off, replaced by Johnson coming onto the ice.
Hoffman comes away with it. He takes his shot right into the logo.
I mean, goal or not, that's amendable in and of itself. So get out of that corner over there along the wall, 1v4, come away with the puck and still get a shot on net. I mean, hats off to Mr. Hoffman there. What a play.
Minute and 14 remaining here on the penalty. Assessed to Jace Rierick. We'll see a draw in the offensive zone. Maddox Rierick coming away with the face-off, and he'll take it all the way back down, back skating with some speed. There's a soft dump now for Malloy. Malloy right into the zone. Good little move, but he's unable to grab control after that move. A minute left on the power play. Here come the Lakers the other way. There's Bolter on the left side. Kind of loses control of the puck, and they're going to call him for offsides. Looked pretty obvious for us right in front as Mick Cusker on the blue line. So we see the Crimson Hawk right here getting the home crowd pretty excited.
It's got to be a new mascot suit there.
Yeah, I like he's repping the those sweet away jerseys that we got. He does have Schrader's jersey on, though, I must add. Schrader is in the net, so we can safely say it's not Schrader in that hot costume, right?
Right.
We can eliminate one guy from the pool of who might be behind the costume head. Saw a puck back up into the rafters after that draw. So 28 seconds remain here on the power play. 2 minutes left in the period. Face off. Now Soy trying to leave the zone. Home crowd getting loud for Norm. Now at the point. Right into the chest of Schrader. That shot off the stick of Hanlon. IUP is going to get some new defensemen out there for this final 12 seconds of the penalty kill. It's Donovan and Harvey. Still out there for the forwards, Tudich and Loza. Loza taking that draw.
About 1:40 left to play, too, so Hawks will be looking forward to going into that locker room with a nice, pretty lead going into the third.
All right, only 2 goals this period. The Hawks came into this period winning 6-0. And there was a quick goal by Mercyhurst, and then IUP was able to answer. But here, there's a shot from Filson. Springing out of his crease was Bridges to trap that one down on the ice. 1:17 left in the second period. Face off in IUP's offensive zone. One quick shot off the draw. That was by Filson. Tudich fighting for it there at the half wall. Coming away with it is Loza. Loza back in for Tudich. Tudich right in front, taking it around. He takes a shot, a great save by Bridges. Tudich still has control, and then he swats it down from his stomach.
Yeah, I mean,
that was insane.
That was insane. Stick all the way out. He's there. we're gonna have a quick replay. And Tudich moved pretty well around him, fooled him well, but I mean, he kept his eye on the puck beautifully and was able to snag it out of midair. Tudich was trying to put it back in the middle of the ice. So great work in net there by number 27.
Right off the draw, Filson had control. Centering feed for Loza.
Still looking for his hat trick.
Filson on the left wing. Good passing by this forwards line. Tudich drops it off. He has it on the blue line now. Dumps it down for Filson. Out to neutral ice. Harvey has it at center ice. Soft dump in. Loza getting on his horse now on the forecheck. He does block the lane. Now leaving the zone. Boston Hart was able to swipe it out. 28 seconds remaining in the second period. Donovan, lofted pass for Tudich. Filson getting off the ice. Loza down low. He takes a hit into that far corner. Tudich coming to aid. Rierick chipping at it as well. Rierick comes away with it. Goes around two men. The net comes well off its pegs. Bridges was springing out there to try and stop Jace's rush. Now we see some of the temper starting to rise. Jace Rierick expressing his opinions. I must say, after calling a couple of games between Mercyhurst and IUP, there's usually a lot more scrums and a lot more energy between, on the ice, between the teams, I should say.
Yeah, and I think that's just due from the first goal barrage that the Hawks put on. Those 6 goals, I mean, really just drained the life out of them. If you're a Laker, you were heading into that locker room with your head down. You don't know what to do with yourself. But I think that's a main component of why the composure's been there for both teams. But I have no doubt that within any minute now, tempers are going to flare.
Miller's just going to skate that one out. Jace Rierick took a cheap little shot there at the whistle. Mercyhurst's bench wasn't too pleased by it. The official is going to grab control of the two teams as the final seconds expire there in the second period. And like you said before, the offensive onslaught that the Hawks sort of applied there in the first period still holding true and nursing them sort of towards this win. Still a 6-goal deficit for Mercyhurst. We'll see what they can draw up as they head into the second intermission.
Yeah, there's not much else I think that the Hawks need to do. Obviously, they've been executing whatever they're drawing up in the locker room themselves, but the Mercyhurst Lakers had a great period as far as keeping them minimized. Like you said, just 1 goal for the Hawks on that period. They were able to get a goal themselves. So we'll wait and see how they come back out. If they're going to be the same, if they're going to be more aggressive, if they're going to be trying to win a lot more 50-50s, who knows? But yeah, anything else from you?
Yeah, it was Shane Miller and Hayden Cox, the 2 goal scorers for their respective squads there in the second period. That's all I got. Of course, the shot counter sitting 35-15, so we'll wait and see what head coaches can draw up to bring out here with a lot of energy for the third frame of action, the third period. So for the IUP Hockey Network, my name is Josh Yates. With me, Alex Duffalo. We'll be back to warmly welcome you for the third period. back, everybody, to the third period of play here between the Mercyhurst Lakers and the IUP Crimson Hawks. It's going to be an uphill climb for the Lakers as they are down 6 goals after that fruitful first period for the Hawks. The second period, just 1 goal apiece for Shane Miller and Hayden Cox. We'll see if the Lakers can build off that momentum and then notch a couple more, or if IUP can just continue their offense.
Yeah, it's certainly a play for pride kind of time and period for the Lakers.
Soft dump in. Tudich now fighting for it on the goal line. Coming away with it are the Lakers. Up the left side with some speed, McCusker. He's pushed away, and a great stick check and steal by Maddox Rearick. Reminder, it is still Alan Schrader in the net as he came in the second period. And for Mercyhurst, it is Connor Bridges, who also came in the second period. So that play is whistled dead for offsides. So both teams getting into their depth goaltenders. Of course, one side trying to find an answer to an offense, the other in relief, you know, for a starter. You see this draw now down to the left of the Lakers. It's one straight back by Mercyhurst. Skating around with it, it's Thibault. Malloy
Bad turnover.
grabs it. Adams cycling it around that backboard. Over here to collect is Maddox Rearick. Soft shot in and right into the glove of Bridges.
He slid pretty far out of that crease on that freeze there. Now we're going to a draw on the opposite side.
It's going to be Johnson taking this draw. He wins it straight back for Malloy. Malloy, quick turnaround shot. Johnson blocked the lane though. Another turnaround off the pads of Bridges. A backhand dump all the way down by the Lakers. Back to collect it is Soy. Soy swipes it to his defensive partner. That's Maddox Rearick. Back for Soy in that far corner. Turns it around for Maddox. Maddox looking for a passing lane. He finds Adams. Adams just trying to guide it through and somehow coming away with it. Now here's Malloy. Malloy down at the goal line, trying to feed Spencer Johnson on that back door. Now through center ice. Here come the Lakers. Sullivan held right up there by Malloy and Lokaitis. Excuse me, Malloy and Donovan. Adams taking it into the zone. There's Miller trying to hit the streaking Donovan, but got the stick down to block the lane. In the other direction, here's Klippenstein. He chips it down into the zone. Harvey back to collect. He takes sort of a check into that back wall. Still fighting for it. Miller pushes it forward for Harvey, and Harvey hands it off to Donovan. Donovan with a quick snap pass trying to hit Jace Rearick, but Miller got a piece of it. It's down deep. Hoffman on his horse. Backhand chip back to Hoffman on the goal line. Maddox Rearick into the low slot, and that try was just pushed away by Peters. Donovan in his own end. Off the kick plate for Harvey.
Oh, and Hoffman takes a little fall.
Harvey's just going to skate right past the incident. He takes a quick shot, shoulder save by Bridges. Another good little check by Solomon to jar the puck loose. Harvey trying to come and swipe it away. One-on-one the other way. Lokaitis was able to force that shot low, and a glove save by Schrader.
Great work by Schrader so far in the net. He's been looking good, getting more comfortable as well. It's very able to visibly tell.
Yeah, that shot was off the stick of Klippenstein. A great score for the Lakers. He did a great job just sort of hiding that puck behind Lokaitis. He just sort of presented it right in front of him, and it's an easy glove save for Schrader. Burkett with a backhand feed. They're going to whistle him offsides. That was Eberhardt trying to start the rush right back up. 16:45 remain here in the third period. See a neutral zone draw. There for this faceoff, it's McGarry and Solomon. Puck drop, one straight back by Solomon. Stretch feed, Miola has it neutral ice. It was caught up in his skates. Solomon closing that gap and holding his man off. He has control on his forehand. Down below the goal line, tried to hit Malloy across the blue paint. That one cycled all the way down. Burkett has it below Schrader's goal line. Turning it around for Lokaitis. Lokaitis unable to handle it, but Malloy there to rescue it.
Great puck handling by Malloy here.
Malloy took a hit there on that half glass, but now it's pushed out into neutral ice. Here's Solomon. Solomon just towing the blue line. He almost went through all four Lakers defensemen. Lakers defense, I should say. 2 defensemen. Down below the goal line here are the Lakers. It's Trokey. Trokey backhands it to neutral ice. Maddox rear just cycling it back down in. Hawks are offside though. Miola runs in with a man there at the blue line. Miola does lose his stick as well. Loza, backhand feed for Filson in front. Tudic streaking down. Now down below the goal line, Tudic trying to take him to that end wall. Now the Lakers exit the zone. Again, held up there by Soy. 15:25 and counting here in the third period. Stretch feed for Tudic. Tudic unable to handle it cleanly. Right off the glass, Filson has it though. Here in the near corner, chipping for it. Taking it around the outside.
Oh, great interception by Soy.
That Lance was trying to hit Cox in the neutral ice, but Soy just got a stick on it. Loza has it in his own end, turns it around, throws it off the boards into neutral ice. Tudic on his horse now, a foot race. See if he can get to the loose puck. He does. He has his forehand backhand try, and a great save by Bridges.
And he's just gonna scooch his way further on that ice. Seemed like he was enjoying the ride after that shot, but great opportunity. I love to see the hustle and edge around that defender there and get in front. Great work by Tudic. He's done a lot of really good things for this team so far this year.
And it just showed off the hustle there through neutral ice and burned past that Mercyhurst defenseman that was racing him back for it. Was able to get a good shot off. Speaking of good shots, one from the point off of Harvey's stick. Like to see him getting a little bit more comfortable with the squad in that defensive role. He's just been firing.
Yeah, after that one we saw earlier, that was quite a fireball going into the net. I would like to see Harv just let a few more go from the point, see if his boys can get a deflection or get some good screenage in front of the net.
We saw that draw sort of held up there for a second. We saw Miola leave the ice as he kind of collided with a man at the blue line on his last shift and sort of was holding his hands, it looked like, when he went to the bench.
Yeah, I did pick up on that. It was either hands or shoulder, and it might just be something as simple as a dislocated shoulder. And let me tell you, as somebody who's had one before, when it gets put back into the socket, it hurts. There's no other way about it, but it also is extremely painful while it's dislocated too, so you don't really have much of an option.
So, of course, we'll wait and hear about Miola's status. Keep an eye out, see if he comes back to the bench. 14:25 remaining here in the third period. That puck out through neutral ice. Donovan swiping it for Malloy. Malloy, a lofted, beautiful pass for Adams. Just corralling it on the blue line. Johnson feeding Adams in close. Adams got tied up with Bridges. Donovan cycling it down low. Adams trying to give chase, sticking at his man. Now it's out into neutral ice. Lokaitis has it. Malloy takes a big hit right in front of us. He does slash his man, and the officials were able to see it. It was a quick shot off of the post. Now Malloy with a hard clear all the way down as he's not too pleased about the call. It looks like they're going to send him off. An emotional shift there for Malloy. He took a hit right in front of us, and then he slashed his man on the way out. And then, of course, it was a delayed penalty, so he shot the puck pretty hard down to the other end of the ice. The officials weren't having any of it, so they sent him off. Either way, IUP going to be back on the penalty kill. Wait to see for how long.
We do have a 2-minute up on the clock right now. We'll see if that's what stays. It doesn't seem like there's any contention coming from the ref here at the middle of the ice.
So they'll take Malloy for the 2-minute slashing. He was sent off, so most likely will be awarded with a 10-minute game misconduct as well. Either way, his night most likely ending early. Here's Mercyhurst down below the net on the power play. Quick feed and close. Schrader was able to hold it out. IUP got it clear all the way down as well. 20 seconds off the power play for Mercyhurst. Hoffman getting on his forecheck now. Galloping through, trying to get on the back check, and he does just that. Has it in the offensive zone. Tried to feed Miller, streaking down as well. Two hustling forwards, just disrupting the play, and they did just that. Lokaitis and Hoffman were able to sort of combine for a hit there and jar it loose. Puck ended up in the rafters. 13:06 remaining in the third period with a minute and 19 seconds on the penalty kill.
Hawks almost at 40 shots so far, 39 total on the game, and the Lakers have been able to work themselves up to 17 so far.
Face-off tied up, but Mercyhurst coming away with it. Cycling the half wall. Over there is Neild. Adams got a quick chip out, but they were unable to clear the zone. Still fighting forward. Adams and Soy over there on the left side. Center feed and close. Does find the back of the net. As Mercyhurst finds their second notch of the evening on the power play.
And that was just a really good pass in front of the net there. There's nothing much Schrader could have done. Quick one-timer just in front of the crease. Tucked in 5-hole, and now they got 2 goals on the night.
That was Nicholas Botsenhart. Was the last man to touch that puck. Like you said, it did find the 5-hole. Either way, still a 5-goal deficit for the Lakers. If they want to make this a game, they're going to need to apply more shots early and often, you could say, on Schrader.
Absolutely.
Donovan feeding Harvey. Harvey remains control. He's just going to chip it forward for Tudic. Tudic to neutralize, takes it in on the far left side. Backhands it for Loza. Loza 2 goals on the evening. Feeds it back to Tudic, who's trying to hit Loza, streaking down on that low slot. Harvey reversing it back. Loza cutting through some traffic as he looks to be in pain.
I think that stick might have got jammed right into the side of his chest.
Harvey feeding Tudic in their own end. Stabbing at it over there is Filson. Now it comes loose. Eberhardt. That one all the way down in IUP's end. Donovan below Schrader's goal line. Like you said, 39-18, the shot counter sits in favor of the Crimson Hawks. Got to give the Lakers some credit as they have sort of been crawling back in that shot counter battle, you could say.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more output than we saw in the first period, that's for sure.
Stretch feed for Hoffman. He has the speed to burn past the defenseman. He just couldn't remain control. Rearick trying to hit his man, but it was Hanlon that dodged the hit. There's a point shot right into the chest of Schrader. 11:26 remaining in the third period. 7-2 the score. Face-off to the right of Schrader. At that face-off dot, Miller, he wins it straight for Hoffman. Here's Hoffman, stretch feed for Jace Rearick. See if he can corral it. And he went all the way out and was holding his stick way out to try and swipe at it, but he did have a run-in with Bridges. And here we go. This is the intensity we talk about. It's sort of just an aggressive play. You see Jace Rearick throwing his hands up, honestly. He did not mean to collide with Bridges.
Yeah, no, and if you were watching closely before he made contact with the tender there in the net, he really didn't even like skate towards the tender. He took a little side step and threw his stick out there. So looks like they're sending him off the ice for, I don't know, whatever reason. Maybe they don't want things boiling over, and you know, they got Malloy off the ice already, and now they got Rearick off the ice. I'm sure they're just trying to keep cool heads, but at the same time, what did he really do wrong to deserve being thrown off the ice?
And it looks like Miller's in that conversation as well, trying to plead his side as well. But either way, you know, we've seen a couple of Hawks leave the ice. Schmelzer left with an injury. Miola left with an injury. We saw Malloy and Jace Rearick both sent off as well by the officials. So that's 4 men down for the Crimson Hawks. You know, we saw a lot of game misconducts, guys sent off the ice as well last weekend against Duquesne. So Crimson Hawks and Joe Hanzo certainly no stranger to, you know, figuring out their lines, seeing what guys can fill what roles. And, you know, they're going to have to do the same thing here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, heck, we saw our lovely cameraman here tonight moving up from defense to forward due to all the penalties that were accrued last game. And he did a pretty good job. Allwine did a really great job playing forward for his short time up there.
See both squads at their respective benches, the captains in that meeting as well. It's Miller and Glantz getting a piece of that conversation. Caleb Hoffman is now sitting in the IUP penalty box, assuming for maybe a penalty that he's serving for Jace Rearick.
Yeah, I would like we were talking about, if he's going to deserve being sent off the ice, you gotta give him something. Can't send him into a court of law with no charges on his case.
So we'll wait and see what, you know, penalty minutes go up. So now we have 2 minutes assessed to the Crimson Hawks. They're back on the penalty kill. The Lakers' last goal, of course, coming from the power play, I should say.
We'll wait and see how they handle this penalty kill here. I'm sure they're going to have a little bit more emotion after that little scrum they got into. So, I don't know, maybe they'll be aggressive. They're well within their right just to take their time and dump the puck whenever they get a chance to. But you know the Hawks, they might want one more. They're bloodthirsty.
Johnson tying that faceoff right up, and the man taking the faceoff, being Evan Peters, took a spill. Miller fighting for it right in front of the bench, trying to clear the zone. Now coming to aid is Harvey.
And Harvey
using his body, yeah.
Yeah, great job of nudging those guys off the puck and making sure that they give room for Miller to get possession.
Miller on that forecheck, trying to take away as many lanes as he can. Great job by Donovan again, closing that gap, and he was subject to a high stick. So IUP will get the extra skater as soon as Schrader hits the bench.
Yeah, and Donovan, he's hot. He's ready to score this goal for that as payback.
Yeah, Donovan took that penalty and just took matters into his own hands, took it all the way down. So we will see 4-on-4 for a short period of time. Heading to the box for the Lakers, it's Bowen Klippenstein, the Saskatchewan native.
I had a professor from my first college from Saskatchewan, believe it or not. He taught my corrections class. Can't say I retained much from it, Josh, but I was there.
You were there. That's all that matters.
And I do remember him being from Saskatchewan. But nonetheless, see what they can do here. Offensive end face-off while shorthanded doesn't happen very often.
The 4 out there for the Hawks, it's going to be Loza, Maddox, Rearick, Zach Soy, and Owen Tudich. We're waiting for something. We're waiting for, I think, the clock operator to fix the penalty minutes. If I am correct, I believe it should be around 1:14 on the IUP penalty kill.
Oh, off by one.
Oh, I was off by a second. And then, of course, after that expires, IUP will be 5-on-4 for the remaining 45 seconds.
And I think you might have a chance to really see the Crimson Hawks dominate in a 4-on-4 setting.
Yeah,
a lot more ice.
A lot of ice to work with, and we know we have so many skilled forwards and great stick handlers that they're able to just utilize the open ice. We'll see if they're able to do so now, but a try held in by Zach Soy. Loza dropping it back for Maddox Rearick. Maddox Rearick sliding it to his partner. Soy hits Tudich. Going on the right side, throws on the brakes, tries to hit Loza streaking down, he does. And that shot fumbling in to Bridges' crease. 30 seconds remaining on that slash, I believe. Excuse me, the rough. That was assessed to Jace Rierick.
Gonna get a new set of guys out there. A mix, I guess. We got Miller and Filson together. And that's a great duo to have. Pretty chippy set to have up front.
A lot of speed, a lot of skill in those two forwards.
Absolutely.
Cutting right up the middle, that was Evan Peters. But Maddox Rierick just got a heavy, hard stick on the puck that ended up taking Peters down.
Soy getting a chance to bring the puck up himself.
Miller swiping it down for Soy below the goal line. That one just kept right back in the zone by Filson. Here's Miller and Soy on the offensive. Miller cycling it around, trying to feed somebody streaking down, but Maddox Rierick has it at the point. Stick handling, feeding in close. Shane Miller unable to direct that one in. Now Soy at the point. We're back to 5-on-4. One-timer for Maddox Rierick, hits off the pipe, misses wide. The Lakers go for the clear, but IUP still has control. 33 seconds of the 5-on-4. There's a shot in close. Filson is trying to hammer down on that back post. Now Miller feeds Soy up high. They'll trade places. Soy on the goal line. Trying to feed Filson streaking down. Mercyhurst does get the clear. 17 seconds remaining on the IUP power play.
And here they come up. 5 seconds left, so that extra man's going to be coming out on the ice, but as long as they can get this puck in the offensive end, they'll be set up pretty nice.
Filson has it on the far side. Tried to go for the soft feed for Hoffman, but it was held up in the lane. Right off the bench, going the other way. Hayden Cox, he has a goal already tonight. Stick handling around, but that try just stood up by Lokaitis. Burkett giving chase there on the far side as well. Down below the goal line, trying to wrap it, and Schrader was unable to hold the post. There's another one that finds the back of the net. For Mercyhurst, leading that pack is Connor McCusker. Second point of the night for Hayden Cox with the assist.
And I think that puck was just a product of him being able to kind of chop at it against Schrader's pad. And when you chop at a puck like that, you're able to get it to pop up. And I think it was just able to pop up, unfortunately, on Schrader and just up over his leg pad. But nonetheless, looking pretty good for his first night, regardless of the 3 goals that's already hit the back of the net.
He came in that second period with 5 shots on the board, so he's faced 15 as their shot count now. Shot counter is currently at 20.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah. So he's faced 15 shots, allowing 3. Again, his first outing of the year.
Bold play by the goaltender here.
Yeah, still having control is Bridges. He's well out of his crease. It's a wide open net, but the Crimson Hawks unable to get control. Bridges and Adams were tied up down there. Below Bridges' net. 7:27 and counting remaining here in the third period, as now we'll get an ice.
Thought Adams got a piece of it there right before the blue line, but Lakers will get an opportunity in this end here, see if they can do something with it.
Face off to the left of Schrader. In there to take the face off is Spencer Johnston. It's tied up by Mercyhurst. They come away with it. McCusker trying to slide it back in. A short angle shot hit off of his teammate's skate. Directed out. Now Harvey has it in that far corner. Solomon aiding as well. He'll get a soft clear down. Solomon tied up with a man down there in the far corner. Now entering the zone. Bolter. Soft feed for Peters. Peters trying to push it to the outside, centering feeding close. Another try. Schrader standing tall. The loose puck now corralled by Harvey as he launches it into IUP's bench. So the puck will stay in that end.
Pretty good playlist we got going on here, huh?
Yeah, the home playlist usually doesn't disappoint.
No, I can jam out to everything they put on. Whoever's on Ox, you're doing great.
Down to neutral ice, Harvey slid it. Miller hit his man in neutral ice as well. Tudich gets a chip in neutral ice all the way down below the net. in the offensive zone. Miller takes his man to the end wall.
Great hit.
Now the loose puck corralled by Tudic. Miller with a one-touch pass for Rierick. A chip in. Couldn't get the deflection. I should say couldn't get the deflection past Bridges because the deflection was there, but he was able to read it and make the save.
Yeah, those can be tough as a netminder because you're watching the puck come in and you're expecting one way, and it almost does a curveball changeup action on you. Slows down, drops out of nowhere, and you got to adjust. And kind of hard when you're on skates, but nonetheless, it just makes a lot of these goaltenders great.
Maddox Rierick threw it in on the point. That one did get a deflection, but it was another kick save by Bridges. Coming in on the right side, there's Eberhardt. Great stick by Maddox Rierick. A missile sent in at neutral ice.
He had to duck for cover.
It's rare that you see hockey players ducking out of the way of a puck like that, especially defenders. Either way, IUP has control in their own end. Cycling it out forward, a mishandled pass. Maddox Rierick chipping his man into that far corner, fighting for it. Now it comes loose. Mercyhurst holds the zone. Right in that lane, Soy was able to push Neal all the way to that corner. Soy backhand try for Johnson. Johnson will end up with it, throws it off the boards and out into neutral ice. Skating all the way back to collect it is Metropolis. Back through neutral ice and turned the other direction. Here's Solomon on the right wing. Backhand feed for Miller. Miller stick handling in close. Solomon had that backhand try, but it was a great stick by Bridges. 5:05 remaining in the third period. Here's Miller in his own zone. Finds Burkett. One-touch feed in close. Turnaround try for Filson. Bridges holds the post and glues it down in the blue paint.
Wow.
It was a good try there for the Hawks.
Some quick chaos.
It's great ice vision there by Ty Burkett, too, to see Filson crashing down on that back door and find that passing lane. And it was smart of Filson. He knew those defensemen were crashing down on the back door, so he just made the smart play and tried to wrap it around, of course, where nobody was at. Right off the draw, Miller has it, trying to turn it around. Solomon there, has on the goal line. Mercyhurst the other direction, though. Filson blocking that lane. Backhand try all the way across ice. Now Burkett in his own zone. Looking up ice. Loves the saucer pass. He does just that. Trying to bat it down with Solomon. The Lakers have control. It's Cameron with the puck. Cameron looking up ice. Stretch past the other direction for Primo. And we'll call icing.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, the faceoff's coming back down to this end of the ice. 4:25 remaining. Seven to 3 still the score. You know, while we have a moment, of course, the Crimson Hawks still at home tomorrow against John Carroll University. They have some history. Split the season series last year, but John Carroll got the best of them in the CHMA championship.
We got quite a few home games coming up the next upcoming weeks.
Nice little home stretch and a nice hit by Loza here on the half wall.
Yeah, he said if I'm not getting this third goal, I'm making everybody know that I was here.
He's in there stabbing at it. Now it comes loose. Back to collect it in his own zone. Jason Cameron. Stretch feed the other direction for Chung.
Great work by Tudic, working from behind.
Tudic has it, and it was a good screen there by Loza, taking his man to the ice as well. Now Cameron on the right wing takes a shot right into the chest of Schrader. 3:46 remaining. We'll see a defensive zone draw for the Crimson Hawks. 45-21 on the shot counter. It's a pretty impressive effort by the Lakers to even crawl back and get to half of that number.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with you there, Josh. I mean, after that first period, we were looking at each other like, oh man, this is going to be a rough one. But they've maintained their composure and actually done a good job of slowing down the Hawks, not necessarily stopping them.
There's Adams trying to find that 5-hole, and it looked like he almost did.
Yeah, he did.
Bridges went to, he went to cover it behind him, but
I think it made it about halfway through them as he opened up and was trying to find the puck. I think it was about halfway back through there. So close, but no cigar for Adams. see what they can do here.
One straight back by Johnson. Harvey tried to take that one-timer. Somehow comes away with it still. Hard turnaround pass off the boards. He hit Trokey. Miller through neutral ice. Got a tip on it, though. Adams with a hard dump in that far corner. Johnson giving chase. Here's Eberhardt. Coming up the right side. Backhand try the other direction for McGarry. Soy was able to corral the loose puck. Gives it for Maddox-Rearick. Maddox-Rearick back to Soy. Soy for Miller. Miller up the right side. He's got that look in his eye. Cuts it right into the middle. Here's Hoffman targeting that right post, and he missed just to the right. Back through neutral ice. Here come the Lakers. Trokey held up there. He's now on the forecheck. Maddox-Rearick in his own zone. He's going to swipe it forward for Hoffman. He's taken to the ice, though. Point shot, but Solomon just came out of nowhere and got a stick on it in close. A great save by Schrader. Backhand try again. Now all the way into the netting. Out of play. See if we can take a look at that great save by Schrader. There's the three Lakers fighting for it. Solomon disrupting that try and just out of nowhere hit the crease. He's able to get a foot on it.
I thought he was beat there, Josh, in the left corner of the goal, but he did a great job of shuffling over.
Neutral zone draw won by the Hawks. There's Tudich now on the other side. He's trying to come loose with it in close. It was Bridges that had to get active and throw the glove down. Again, if nothing comes from it, it will be an offensive zone draw. It's Loza, Miller, and Tudich. Quite the mix-up of lines now with a couple of forwards out. Loza winning it straight back. Miller tried to hit Burkett at that point, but Bolter got a stick of it. 2 minutes left in the third period. Still a 4-goal lead for the Crimson Hawks.
Great work by Loza working down there alongside with Miller.
Both of them just strong on their skates, fighting for it, and strong on their stick as well. Able to hold it down. Now the other direction. Here's Klippenstein from the left wing. It's a blocker saved by Schrader. It's all the way out into neutral ice. Tudich skating down for it. Here's Bridges out of his crease. Johnson trying to hold the zone, and he does. A good stick by Miller, but they still remain in control. Here's Cameron from the left wing. Center field, huge hit by Harvey, and he gives him another check as well. Great save by Schrader. Somehow a blocked lane again by Harvey. An amazing shift by 9-5. He blocks that pass as well. Trying to spring Miller the other direction. Miller has on the right side. He's hooked up, no call. There, finally the hand goes up. Mercyhurst will get a piece of it. Let's see if we can take a look at that replay on that big Harvey. Down low, we'll see if we can catch it. Doesn't look like it. The replay, the replays are malfunctioning a little bit. Either way, IUP heading back on the power play for the final minute of this game. Just 58 seconds remaining. And they will head to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. Here's Johnson at the dot, along with Hoffman and Adams. Soy and Rearick back. Adams from his backhand hits Johnson on the goal line. Here's Adams left wing, half wall. Hits Soy up high. Maddox-Rearick at the point. He'll reverse the boards as well. Adams on the left wing, cycles it back up high for Soy. Soy pass back to Adams. Mishandled though. Lakers trying to get it clear, but it's batted down by Hoffman. Hoffman gives it to Adams. Cross ice feed. Soy was able to hold the zone. Maddox-Rearick using the boards. Down on the end wall. Hoffman on the goal line. Holding his man off. Maddox-Rearick from the point. Point shot blocked in the lane. Soy cycling it back down and deep. Fighting for it over on that far wall is Glance. Now Adams has it. Centering all the way across.
Trying to get to Soy there.
Yeah. Soy was still parked there waiting for it. There's 7.8 seconds remaining in the game, and that was a valiant last effort there by the Hawks. See if maybe this last 5, we see Loza on the ice. 7.8 seconds, see if he can get the hat trick.
Yeah, I know that's what they're trying to get him.
We know he loves those shots right off the draw. Here's Mercyhurst from the point, slap shot right into the chest.
And they'll get another shot at it.
3 seconds left.
And that one might have got him a little too close to home.
Bridges' mask fell off as well.
He's taking a short little breather here.
Loza looks like he might take this draw. He just gave Miller a soft little push out of the circle. He wants this face-off. Looks like Connor Bridges is all ready to rock for the final 3 seconds of this game. Puck dropped, one back by Loza, one-timer by Mercyhurst. It was blocked in the lane all the way to neutral ice. The home crowd getting loud here for the Crimson Hawks after a dominant 7-3 win in CHMA play against the Mercyhurst Lakers.
Yeah, and not much you can really gather from that game other than the fact that the Hawks came out prepared and were able to just move freely around the Lakers. And I think the Lakers only really found success when they were real close in the net or getting one-time opportunities. Other than that, the Hawks had the possession time. The Hawks had them on the shots. The goaltending was great. A lot of great saves. There was some good saves from the Lakers too, but overall, like you said, just pure dominance from the Crimson Hawks tonight.
So that will close out this evening's broadcast. Mercyhurst Lakers advance to a 4-9 record, and of course the IUP Crimson Hawks 3-0 in CHMA play with a 12-2-1 record. We'll be back tomorrow evening against John Carroll, a highly touted opponent, of course, and like I mentioned earlier, a lot of history between the two squads, so we'll see them duke it out tomorrow here on home ice. So we see the salute there to the home crowd for the IUP Hockey Network. My name is Josh Yates. With me, as always, is Alex Duffalo. Have a good evening. We'll see you guys tomorrow.